And so 2014, CVS said, if our purpose is the health of our people, then we're going to make a very difficult decision that we're going to stop selling cigarettes and any tobacco products. Because we can't say that we value the health of our people as our purpose and then contribute to them not living this healthy lifestyle. And they did so at the cost of $2 billion a year of profits. But they said our values have to drive our purpose. And if we're distracted from our purpose, then we're going to start to get to a purposelessness about life. Well, the same thing is true about us. At some point, we have to wrestle with this. Solomon, at the very end of what he writes, if we flip over to the end of Ecclesiastes, Ecclesiastes chapter 12, the last few verses beginning in verse 9, listen to this. This is so powerful. Solomon says, besides being wise, the preacher also taught the people knowledge, weighing and studying and arranging many proverbs with great care. The preacher sought to find words of delight, and uprightly he wrote words of truth. The words of wise are like goads, and like nails firmly fixed are the collected sayings. They're given by one shepherd. My son, beware of anything beyond these. Of making many books, there is no end. And much study is a weariness of the flesh. Hold on to that verse a second. I want us to look at that verse for just a second. If you're a student going to high school or college, this could become your life verse right here. The last part says, of making many books, there's no end. And much study is a weariness of the flesh. Go to your teachers and say, listen, all study does is wear me out. Like the Bible says it right here. So let's just stop that right here, right now. But Solomon says, listen, even things like that, like it's important, but it's the same thing over and over. And he says this, verse 13. The end of the matter, all has been heard. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God will bring every deed into judgment with every secret thing, whether good or evil. He says, I've been pursuing all this stuff in my life. At the end of my day, I realized, verse 13, when all of this has been heard, fear God and keep his commandments. This is the whole duty of man. Another place it says, here's the chief end of man. Here's why we exist, to do justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with our God. To do those things. And it's not that other things aren't going to happen. They are. We're going to have school tomorrow. And I'm not saying keep your kids away from school. That'd be very unhealthy. But I'm saying that along the way, we can't lose our purpose being distracted by things that are important, but that are not of chief importance. So Solomon writes, he says, I've done all these things. I've chased purposefulness in my life. But at the end of the day, the idea is that we want to fear God and we want to keep his commands. We want to make sure that we do that because purpose is in the who more than in the what. See, CVS realized that. CVS said, we're being driven right now by financial decisions, and the what seems really important at that moment. But CVS says, as long as we pursue the what, the who gets lost. But purpose is more in the who than it is in the what.